Whether the patient already has COPD in their problem list or not, the screening and diagnosis portion of the COPD management tool aims to support clinicians in producing a formal diagnosis. It does this by ensuring that all elements of a comprehensive assessment can be manually entered and updated as needed. The tool is designed so the information can be read and used throughout the tool. Information is pulled from beginning to end, from the screening and diagnosis section to the assessment section to the medication plan. This reduces the need to duplicate information and enables crucial information to be in the locations it's needed. The tool uses embedded screeners to assist in measuring the degree of disability. This includes the COPD assessment tool and the MRC dyspnea scale. The assessment portion of the tool captures a history of acute exacerbations, which records timing, frequency, and severity, and uses an algorithm in the background to measure risk of future exacerbations and bases that information off all exacerbations that span within the year, resulting in a more accurate measurement of risk. A priority for the tool was to ensure it contained all the necessary information to support the screening, diagnosis, and management of COPD, while also ensuring that the tool was flexible to suit a variety of workflows. At first glance, we can appreciate just how comprehensive the COPD tool is. A key feature is a navigation menu at the top of the tool that allows users the ability to focus on a specific portion of the tool. By default, the tool opens to a full visit view that outlines everything that would need to be considered in the management of COPD. The expectation is not for users to complete this entire tool at every visit, but to use it as a living document that gets updated in tandem of the care for the patient, resulting in an all-encompassing and holistic view of the patient over time. For example, for patients with an existing COPD diagnosis, the areas in which need to be updated become more streamlined. Using the last done dates, clinicians can see what is out of date and what needs attention. The patient can come in, the user can record the number of exacerbations, review oxygen therapy, and move on to adjust the medication plan with the patient, and then the patient can be on their way. Another key feature is the ability to allow the tool to generate a recommended path for pharmacologic treatment while also maintaining the option for users to take this responsibility on themselves. We recognize that clinicians know their patients best and ensure the tool will never remove the option for clinicians to determine and customize the medication plan for their patients. Clinicians have the option to allow the tool to categorize the patient's COPD burden of disease using an algorithm adapted from the CTS guidelines, factoring in the patient's more pressing factors. This section will also pull in the patient's CAT score, dyspnea score, FEV ratio, and acute exacerbations of COPD score for the user to consider when initiating treatment. Once the scores have all been populated, users can click on the Show Recommended button and trigger the tool to show treatment options for that specific patient. The medication reference tools have been very prominent companions among the tools in the E2P repository. The COPD medication reference tool was created to provide more information concerning cost, coverage, optimal utilization, side effects, recommended dosing, and etc. New to the reference tool is the opportunity to copy the med name and bring it back into the EMR for efficient prescription writing. And last but not least, the COPD tool ensures critical information that was entered elsewhere is pulled in where needed. An example of how this works is within the medication plan section. Once information from here is entered, it will get pushed into the patient care plan. Users can print it out or email it to the patient directly.